What's up, guys? I got another video. I got to do some work on the boat, but once the work's done, we'll be headed out to do a little fishing tomorrow. Hopefully with some cool new features for my graph setup. I do have 3 Garmin 12-inch Eco maps, and the plan is to be able to utilize the one on my console. I'll show you. The plan is to be able to use this one right here and network it with this cable. So 20-foot Garmin network cable, just Ethernet, directly to one of the graphs that I will have right here. You can see the mount, but Louisiana roads pretty much just tear everything up, so I go ahead and take my 20 pounds of graphs off of the front of the boat while I'm traveling, but you'll see that later on. So let's see if we can't get this wire fish through this boat. Alrighty, so we made it. There's fish tape right here. So we got it through there. So now we just have to tape it up and pull it. And if you are wondering why I'm sweating so much, we are in South Louisiana. So it is about I don't know, 92 at 7:30 in the evening. So humidity about 85%. So it's hot. So you know, excuse the sweat. Y'all want to see a messy toolbox? I'll tell you what, this deck drawer system, it's pretty awesome. I don't have all my boxes in it, but I got all my drills, some stuff with my drills. Of course, my drills really are actually in the box, but this is where they're supposed to go. So, but if you do a lot of work in the field, you know, work out of your truck, these boxes are pretty incredible. And I got some weight in there. Got all my tools. I got a bunch of trash. One day I'll clean this out, but it's hitting my boat trailer. But this thing goes back a ways, and I got wire and batteries, and tools. Oh, looks like somebody might have lost their dikes there. Sorry about that. So we ought to have some electrical tape up in here somewhere. Try a different box. There we go. Just what we need right there. Okay, so we got the wire fished. You can see it through here. Now we need to install these little clips onto it. So these little clips, you know, Garmin they don't put them on the cable automatically, which is kind of a good thing, but it makes these a little bit bigger if you have that on there, and it's a lot harder to fish. So what you got to do is you snap them in half. They come in a pair, you know, a set like this, and we just need to, threads are facing, I'll drop it, threads are facing forward like this, and there's a groove in here, so we'll need to put that there, put this one here, and you just want to snap it into place on both sides. You can kind of hear it click, but now it free spins, and that's exactly what you want. And then you take your O-ring. I like to wet it just a little bit. You can put some dielectric grease on there, it does really good. And you want to slide that into the base of this. I believe actually I was supposed to do that first, so hold on. Definitely was supposed to do it first. So I just got this little screwdriver, and I'm gonna slide this O-ring around this base with this screwdriver. Like that. So you can kind of see that O-ring back in there around the neck of this plug. So that's that. Now I'm going to just do the same thing on the other end of the plug. Alright, so we got the wires run. I tried to connect it, and come to find out that you need to update the software on your units before you can actually link them. So I had to get the active Captain app, put an SD card in my graph, actually in 2 different graphs. Luckily I had 2 of the cards that we needed from deer cameras. So I had to wipe some deer pictures, but we got them in there. So I double checked it, and you can see now, excuse the card mess, but we okay, so you can see here all my waypoints are right there. Okay, and now if we come back to this back graph, guess what? All the waypoints are right there. So if I want to add a waypoint, just say out here, create waypoint, and back. So now I have to scroll back over there and figure out where I'm at. So there's the waypoint that I just created right there, and it should, yep, there you go. There it is right there, 85. So, and then right here is just my, this is just my live scope graph here. So that's all that's used for. So now I'll be able to actually mark a waypoint on side scan with my console graph. Turn around, come up here, control right up to it with this graph, and then scope it on this graph. So we finally figured it out, so I'm happy, and we'll catch y'all tomorrow morning on the water. So I am doing a little side scanning, and got some structure down there, maybe some fish right here, but definitely some fish over here. I'm pulling up on a spot that I expect to see some structure, and there it is. So I'm going to pause my sonar, and I'm going to drop a waypoint right there onto that structure. Restart my sonar, and there we go. So you can see whenever I go to my map, I now have a waypoint right where I just dropped it. So that's where that structure is going to be. So if I get back out of here, I am going to do a little more panning around. This is the area that I'm working. This is the GT56 transducer from Garmin. So it is super detailed. It's pretty amazing, the picture on it. So these are rocks right here. I'm going to mark these. Restart my sonar, and there's a spot right there that I marked earlier, so that one's already marked. This is some logs. It looks like some fish off of here, and you can see this is actually a dock right here, so it's pretty good detail. You can see the shadows behind there, so you can tell that's all the pilings on the dock. But now we'll go up to the front deck and see those waypoints that I just dropped. Alright, so we're on the front deck. You can see those are the waypoints that I just dropped from my console. And if we go pan over to them, and you can see there's definitely fish on them right there. So there's your brush right there. It looks like some grass, maybe some limbs stuck in the water. It looks like some fish in it. So alright, well, we finally did it. I'll show you a little small one here. Fat, man, so fat. So I'll show you what I'm doing here. So basically, you can see that brush. Let me toss him back. You can see that brush right here. Pan it around a little better. Yeah, that brush right there. That fish was sitting in that brush, which is in about 5 foot of water out here. So, see if we can't get another one. Just a little update. We are getting our butts kicked. It's 100 degrees out here, and I lost one fish. It was small, but man, it is so hot, and the water temperature, I'll show you guys. The water temperature, as you can see, is 89 degrees. So it's tough for sure. I mean, the main reason I wanted to come out here is just to make sure that the communication cable worked, and that does work. Works really good. I can mark a spot on my console, go up there on side scan, and go up there and see it on my map and scope it. So we're gonna keep trying. another little dink. There's actually a whole little school of these little fish out there right in front of us. So I'll see if I can catch another one. Usually if I pull one out there, pretty much it. But that's number 2 for the day. Well guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's part, but hopefully we get a little bit better bites tomorrow. We are going to a different spot. It was tough. It's hot, the water's 90 degrees, it's late, it's not moving. There's no draw on this lake. Well guys, we are back out here. We're at a different place down here in Manchac, Louisiana. Usually catch a few fish out here. I've been bombarded with work calls this morning though, and I haven't really gotten on any bite. I just kind of been beating the bank a little bit here and there, and going to some spinnerbait, crankbait. Little worm. Water temperature is 87 right now, so it's still hot. We're gonna go try a couple more spots and get out of here. I'm sorry we didn't get on better fish. Hopefully here in the next few minutes we can get on some. If not, then there's a lot more content coming. So I'm gonna do some more smaller lake stuff, kind of like what we did yesterday. That lake yesterday, there's fish out there. They bite really good during certain types of the year, but this time of year it's so hot. There's a lot of skiers out there, and it's just kind of tough. So but we plan on doing some smaller reservoirs like that. That's my favorite type of fishery. I love going out there and fishing those little small lakes, and you can actually fish some deeper water. They fish somewhat similar to bigger reservoirs. All right, finally got us one. We're out here fishing this grass mat right here. Let him go. All right, bye-bye. Throwing this little speed worm, if it'll focus. And you can see that fish actually ate my tail off. I threw back in there on him, and he was still sitting there, so I caught him. So we're gonna try to catch a few more. Oh, another little dink. Story of this week. Alright guys, we are done. Better make sure that I'm going the right way. We just caught 3. They were small again. 3 little dinks. and we caught them on the same little speed worm. I found a little pocket that has some water flowing into it from the lake, so you got a little current, and on the down current side of a few logs, I pitched a little speed worm in there and we got bit. So it was just a little short stretch. We caught 3. None of them were over 1.5 pounds, and it is cooking out here. It's feels like it's 100,000 degrees. We're going back to the ramp, so we'll catch you when we get back to the truck. Well, we did get 5 fish. We caught 5 total, but none of them were over 1.5 pounds, and it was tough. The last like 30 minutes I was out there, I went through a little stretch bank that had some water rushing in from the lake, and so it was moving pretty good, and there just happened to be a big stump, and pitched Zoom speed worm right next to it, and on the down current side of it, the slack side. And boy, that first fish of the last 3 that I caught, he turned on it and you could see his ripple in the water. He went after it so fast, and I got him. He was small, probably a pound, pound and a quarter or so, and threw him back. Thought I got it on video, but I did not hit record. And then 2 casts later, the same little dock that had the stump next to it, there was a bunch of pilings going in the water with slack water behind them. Pitched on a few of those and caught a fish there, same thing, about 1 pound. Right after that, there was another stump with some slack water on it, and I caught a fish. And if I would have started on that area earlier, I might have gotten some better bites, or a lot more bites today. It might have been a better video, but I mean, I didn't know about that spot beforehand, so it's a spot that I never fished. I just kind of worked my way to it, and I found it, and that's how it goes sometimes. So we're out, and we'll see you on the next one, so stay tuned.